Here we go. Okay, well, I'm so excited to speak to you as one of the judges for the upcoming Open Dutch Tangereel, which is coming up very soon, this Sunday. And we just have some questions for you to get to know you a little bit more beforehand. So first of all, can you just tell us a little bit more about the NADB?
Yes, of course. NADB is our national federation for dance sports, and it's the only dance federation in the Netherlands connected with the National Olympic Committee. And also recognized as a sport. The origin of the NADB is ballroom and Latin dancing, and it still is. But nowadays we do a lot of more different dance forms with it. For example, we do also breakdancing, and breakdancing is becoming to an Olympic sport. In 2024 in Paris, there will be a breaking on the schedule. So that's really exciting. And I joined the NADB in the Presidium last year because they wanted somebody involved in connecting with all the other dance forms other than ballroom and Latin. So that's why I came in contact with you again and with Tango Matter to see what we can do for each other in that case. So yeah, that's a little bit the NADB. I'm a member myself from the NADB from I think about 1980, when I started as a boy, 14-year-old, dancing myself. I did do ballroom and Latin dancing. Became Dutch champion in those days, and traveled around the world with that. But that was ballroom and Latin. In 1995, I took over the studio of my parents, and we started to do more different dance forms in the school as well, because the ballroom and Latin was going down a little bit. So we started to do hip hop, breaking, modern, contemporary dance, all different forms. So I'm really into all the forms, and I'm excited to connect all the dance forms together in the Netherlands to make one big federation of it, so we can work together much more than we do now. Now all the different forms are all separated, and we try to connect them to each other.
Wow, so I guess your parents also were the owners of the dance studio, so that's a whole lifetime of dance.
Yeah, it is. And now my kids, I have a son and daughter, are already teaching in the school as well. So they're really into the hip hop and pop dancing forms. But they are continuing the business as well.
So the legacy. Great. Well, since you mentioned a little bit about the developments with dance sport and branching out into other dances, let's just skip to this third question first and then go back. So, I mean, what can you see in the future of Argentine tango? So also with Tango Matter as a representative here, could it be a crucial step in developing something in relation to dance sport? What do you see in the future?
It's a first step. I don't know if it's a crucial step, but the Argentine tango is there in Holland as, for a long time. But it's also a little bit. How you call it, a bit a cultural dance form, more artistic and not so much sport, and that's why it's not what it is now and what we want to be. The tango, of course, is one of the ballroom dances as well, but it's a little bit different as the authentic tango. Of course, there are a lot of influences in it, but in the ballroom tango, it's much more sportive. The whole ballroom dancing has developed the past 10 years a little bit much more to sport than it was 10-15 years ago. But and Argentine tango is different in that way. I think a tango, what I said, it's a little bit more a cultural thing. you have to, if you want to like the tango, then you have to like the music. You have to like the lifestyle of tango. Tango is not the Argentine tango is not a dance for a party. So it will never be as popular as for in case salsa or something. Yeah, that's different. But
Yes.
there will always be tango, I think, and yeah. So we should try to get it a little bit more upcoming, and then
Yeah,
who
well, I
knows?
just heard you mention about, for example, breakdancing as an Olympic sport or more as a higher level, more standardized event. So it would be, for me, I thought of it as an example of also kind of like a popular dance, which grew from the streets, right? It didn't come from a studio, a dance
Yeah.
studio. So, I mean, could it be kind of a similar development with tango, or do you see differences in that? Like, do you see it in the same
Yeah, I
process or
see.
different?
The difference is, of course, is that the breaking and all those other things. The Olympics are going really into the urban sports, and tango is not an urban sport. They want to have excitement in the, and they have to see that people like to see that, they want to see it. There's happening something, and yeah, that's much more with those urban sports as than as with the tango. Tango is, yeah, it's difficult. It's also with
Okay.
ballroom and Latin. They talking about it for many years. In the days that I was dancing, they were talking, how can we get them to the Olympics, but still not working. So
Oh,
so the Argentine tango will be the same problem, I think. But
okay.
yeah, we never know.
Well, okay. Well, I guess going back now to the history, now that you're mentioning the difficulty in developing certain dances. So the tango has actually existed for more than 30 years in Holland already. You know, for example, there's an historic performance by Astor Piazzolla and Osvaldo Pugliese playing together in Amsterdam. I've seen videos of that on YouTube, and it's like a historic performance. And also famous tango dancers who have actually long since passed away have visited as well. So why do you think that the tango has not seen a greater collaboration between Danceport and between other of the dance communities in Holland up until now with this Open Dutch Tangereel, which is hoping to foster some sort of movement in this?
Yeah, I think the tango is the popularity of the tango is going up and down a little bit in the Netherlands. It's much longer than 30 years in the Netherlands. We used to have an orchestra called Malando. It was very famous all around the world, and it was a Dutch guy from Amsterdam, and he was leading that orchestra and making arrangements for tango, making it easy to dance to, and in that time, I think it was in the 50s of the last century, it was quite popular in the dancing schools. Everybody wanted to try and to dance that,
Yeah, exactly.
because he made the music a little bit more simple for the people to dance to, more in one rhythm, and yeah, well, that was easy. But well, it went down a little bit, and yeah, our king, I don't know if you know that, he married Maxima from Argentina, and at that moment when he married, that was an explosion of tango in the Netherlands. Everybody, whoa, what, that was nice. They wanted to try that. But yeah, I still feel that tango is it's not easy. It's difficult to dance, difficult to do, and yeah, what I already said, you have to like the music. If you don't like the music, you don't want to dance to it. So that's a little bit what I think of tango. It will be difficult, but we will try to keep it on. Yeah.
Oh, great. That's so interesting to hear a little about the history of Maxima as well.
Yeah.
I have forgotten that. I think
Yeah.
I've read that at some point. Yeah. Okay, well, going back to the competition. So it's such a privilege to be able to talk to you a little bit beforehand. And also during the day of the competition, there will be a special seventh round with a special vote as well, which you'll be able to elaborate a little bit more on why you picked a certain couple for this last round. But also just beforehand, we would like to know, what will you be looking for as a judge in the competitors?
I'm always looking for musicality and authenticity. Yeah, I have to feel that the people who are dancing, they're really into the dance, and they listen to the music. That's not just doing steps, but making the music go alive. That's what I want to see in a couple.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I think that is very easy to see. I think the audience always picks up on that, even if they don't know how to dance. And for somebody like you, who has so much experience in dance, that can pick up on that right away. I'm sure that's really
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, it has to look simple. And it looks simple. Yeah, what they're
Deceptively
doing,
simple,
then
right?
yeah. It isn't. I'm sure it is not simple to do, but I tried myself. But I know when it looks simple, then the quality is quite okay. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for your brief commentaries here. We're looking forward to seeing you again for the event, and then looking forward to having a good time on Sunday. Thank
You're
you
welcome
so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.